Hello, World Civ 106. I want to welcome you to week 2. So far, most of you are doing great. You're on track. And I need to try to get to grading all the papers. So I will do that as soon as possible and let you all know how those are going. But just always know when I give full points, means you're fine. And every once in a while, I'll make a comment about something that I just saw that I need to clarify. But I do read actually everything. I just go through and I take a look, and perhaps some things slip, but I usually will catch something if it's a little off and it needs clarification. Anyhow, I hope you're starting to see that this is going to be a relatively smooth semester for you in terms of like no tricks going on here. You just okay. So I would always start off looking at the week objectives so that you have an idea on when things are due, and you'll see that they're basically due on Thursday or Sunday. Okay, that's what you want to look for. Papers are pretty much always due on Sunday. Every once in a while, I have notes or discussions pushed to Sunday. For various sets of reasons to give you a little extra time. So just take a look at those. And if you have any other questions about things, always please feel free to let me know. I have, so this week we're getting out of evolution. We're getting out of the scientific realm in that way. And we're moving on to ancient Mesopotamia and the cradle of civilization. And then we will, you're going to really start seeing how ancient history links up with so many things that you may not expect it to. And I think you'll enjoy this. I do have this video. As I mentioned, I write it on over the video that you're not required to watch this rap video that's about the war in Iraq. It has a very strong political message by an Iraqi American Chaldean Christian guy. But I wasn't posting it to give you any statement about the war that occurred there. It's the way that he, as a Chaldean from Iraq, views how the war skews people's minds from understanding that Iraq is a cradle of civilization and so many other things that need to be understood, and he kind of incorporates that at the end. And so I just wanted you to see that. But as I mentioned in there, if you, on the notes, if you're a war vet or a refugee from there, you don't need to relive any of that stuff. I understand that. You don't need to watch it. And if you have family members that have served, or if it's a sensitive topic, especially, just you're not required to watch it, okay? And that's that. If you feel comfortable, I do like to know why. If you're not going to, I just kind of want to know over time how helpful this video is or not, or how hurtful for some people it might be felt. So that's a quick note on that topic. And so I am going to do my best to get all the grading done quickly this week. I am transitioning into leaving Hong Kong on Thursday. I'm hoping that's going to happen smoothly. Yesterday, protesters again tried to shut down the airport, or access to the airport. And then the police came in and batons were being used, and it was a pretty... actually, the last several nights, I've been fine. I've been living pretty much like this. But there's been a lot going on if you follow in the news. And I actually stumbled across a protest today while I was walking back from getting some dim sum with my friends, which is a good Hong Kong food. But it's intense, kind of watching society just completely shift in such a hard way. I mean, we're talking... I shouldn't even open up the topic again. I can't help but talk about it. You're going to have to forgive me while I'm teaching history to be in the middle of all this here in Hong Kong. This place that I love, that I visited 2 months ago, and never saw this coming, and to it go into almost a full revolutionary scale. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, and the kids are so young that I'm seeing out there on the streets. There's nothing like this that we can compare in the United States in our modern history, really. You know, where. So I hope you do follow what's going on. To get a sense, and if you ever take any interest in it and you want to ask me some more questions, feel free. If I happen to have any students from the mainland, you're also getting a very different opinion about what's happening here. And I've been reading that, and it's, you can ask my opinion if you want. But like all events, there's different narratives that are pitched, right? And it's interesting. I talked to one of the activists with a mask today and asked them some questions on my way back to this place. And we kind of talked about U.S. politics, and he was shocked to learn about how polarized we are. I said, well, we as Americans aren't agreeing with a lot of things going on in politics right now as well. And he was shocked, and but ultimately, he had a very strong focus, which is on the freedom of his country and for his country. Can't even articulate myself very well right now. So, anyhow, that's enough of your time on that. So, like I said, always make sure you ask me questions. I try to answer as quick as possible. Canvas used to give me a light that would show if I had an unanswered question, and it's not doing that anymore. When I get back to the States, I'm going to talk to the tech people and see why that's not happening, because I like to be much more on top of getting to you guys. And I can't think if there's anything else important I need to say right now in relation to the class. No. Have a great week. We'll be in touch, and yeah.